Hotel Mumbai is yet another film that I am reviewing instead of Toy Story 4 and Child's Play. Again, sorry people, I recorded a lot of videos the last few days and I have to decide which order to release them in. And I know that Toy Story 4 and the other videos should be more important. I kind of wanted to get these other videos out of the way because these are movies that I haven't seen yet that I really wanted to see and I finally got a chance to see, so now I get a chance to review it. So again, rest assured, Toy Story 4 and the other videos are coming. This is catch up. This is a long game of catch up. Just bear with me, but they're on the way. Hotel Mumbai is a film that was released in theaters on limited release a few months ago. It is directed by Anthony Marra. It stars Armie Hammer. It stars Jason Isaacs. It stars Dev Patel. You might recognize Dev Patel from The Life of Pi and other movies like that. Or is it P? Life of P or Life of Pi? In the comment section, just let me know which one it is. Either way, Hotel Mumbai is the story of the terrorist attacks, I believe in 2008, centered around the Taj Mahal. Basically, if you remember back in 2008, there was a big terrorist attack that took place in Mumbai, and there was a series of coordinated attacks over different sections of the city, and it all culminated with an attack at the Taj Mahal. Over 170 people died. I remember watching that shit on TV. I remember being blown away by some of the evil that we have in this world, and this movie essentially is a biopic. It is retelling that story, bringing it to the big screen, throwing a few big name actors, and you've got yourself a movie. This is a movie that's not that interested in conveying a bigger message. It's not trying to be very nuanced or very subtle. Pretty much trying to retell the story that happened in 2008, except maybe with a little bit more drama thrown in. Well, you would think, you know, a terrorist attack that actually happened, that's drama enough, but you know Hollywood, they always have to over dramatize everything. It's pretty simple. This is a tale of survival. This is about the people in that hotel that tried to survive against this brutal and relentless and gut-wrenching terrorist attack that took place. You got these people that come in, they're in teams, and they basically start shooting everybody within sight. This is a straight-up thriller, no chaser. It's not trying to be anything else other than that. So if you're looking for something other than that, maybe you won't like this movie. If you want to be on the edge of your seat and you want to be entertained and you want to be like white knuckle gripping the edge of your seat because some really intense shit is going down, then I would say this movie delivered in spades. And to be honest, that's kind of what I wanted from this movie. To be honest, there are a lot of stories where they try to humanize the terrorists and the people that are involved in these type of attacks, and they try to make a bigger point. The only real big point I take away from this story here is, holy shit, when we want to, human beings are actually pretty good. Not the terrorists, but the people that were trying to protect the other people that were involved in these attacks. The staff at the Taj Mahal and other places around the world realize that when human beings and our backs are pressed up against the wall, we respond and we try to help our fellow man. I like that message, if anything, that was in this movie. This is a movie that's not trying to get deep character study or character backgrounds about any of the other major people in this movie. I mean, they give you just enough to feel somewhat attached about some of these people. Armie Hammer and his wife, they have a kid. I mean, Dev Patel, he has a family at home, stuff like that. But in general, I think the director's goal in this movie was to put you in this situation, basically to make you feel as much of this as possible, make you feel like you're actually going through this brutal terrorist attack with them. It is tense, it is nail-biting, it is edge-of-your-seat type of shit. Even in the moments where there isn't a lot of action, there's a lot of tension, and a lot of that is due to the performances. A lot of the performances in here definitely capture that panic and that chaos that you would feel if you were caught in a terrorist attack. Hammer does a great job. His wife, whose actress name I can't remember at the moment, she did a great job. Dev Patel, I mean, I've always found him to be an underrated actor. He was fantastic in this movie. Walk away from the movie thoroughly entertained, scene by scene, with great tension, excellent direction, excellent editing, terrific performances, and I would also say that I walk away feeling a little bit more hopeful about the human spirit and the fact that these are real-life heroes that actually put their lives on the line when they didn't have to. And there is a point in the movie that I do love where they illustrate that these people do not have to put their lives on the line for the guests and for the other people, but they do it because it's just the right thing to do. Once my heart rate settled down after walking out of this movie, that's one of the things that I took away. That's one of the things I was thinking about as I was preparing to do this review. In terms of issues with the movie, I mean, there's not really that much. Like I said, you're not really going to get a deep character study into most of these characters. If you were looking to feel more of like an emotional attachment to these people, you don't really get that in terms of knowing all about them and getting like a valid reason to care about them. Most of the movie, they didn't try to humanize the terrorists in this attack. However, there is a moment late in the movie where they try to humanize one of them, and it kind of fell flat for me. Like, I didn't really buy it. I didn't really feel that invested in it because it came so late in the movie, and because they had depicted these terrorists, these people, these kids who are going around in these hallways and shooting people, shooting pretty much anything that moves, even kids, women, older women, like children. It doesn't matter who it is, they're just gunning down everything. It was hard for me to really feel that humanization in that moment like they tried to at the end of this movie. Outside of that, it's one of those movies that you're so on the edge of your seat for most of it that you can't help but yell out things while you're watching it. Like, you feel invested because you're like, I wouldn't make this decision or I wouldn't make that decision. But in reality, it's hard to know what you would or wouldn't do if you were put in that kind of terrorist situation. And I'm just like, run, bitch. No, that's not the right call. And like, okay, you just can't help but say that. You can't help but do that. And that's because of how well directed the tension in the movie is. Hotel Mumbai pretty much gave me everything I wanted in a thriller, and I am going to give this movie the highest grade on my channel, Superman Prime. Stay tuned for more videos. Please like and subscribe to the Superfan Show. And as always, if you like what you see, tell me how you feel, and stay tuned to hear more from the Man of Steel. Peace.